Today's weekend whiskey is one that you've seen on the shelves a million times, but this is my first time trying it, so we're going to review it. We have Elijah Craig, small batch. This one is 94 proof, and as you can see, it's the father of bourbon. It's bourbon's daddy. Who's your daddy? Is your daddy's name Elijah Craig? If you're bourbon, it is, because he's the daddy of bourbon, Elijah Craig. And as always, we're going to give it a pourability score, a smell score, and a taste score. So as always, we're going to start off with the pourability score, but first, let's see how this nice cork sounds. Little squeak, about medium range corkiness. Decent sound though. You know, it was put in there with care, but you know, I was expecting a lot more. So let's go pourability. This one has a wide rim, which means it should pour smoother. That's what I've learned. See, I am learning things. A nice controlled pour. A nice controlled pour. So pourability, a 10. And what I mean by wider rim, I'm not sure if you can see, but at the top of it, it's wider. It's flat, so it has something to spill over. Like if you had a waterfall, you don't want it just immediately dropping. That makes it violent. If you have like a little leveled land that it's falling over, it goes over more gently, and that's how it works in this. So let's move on to the taste score and the smell score. So out the gate, I could smell this as soon as I uncorked it. I smelled it. Didn't want to say anything, didn't want any of you to say, oh, you're jumping ahead, oh, I don't like that. But I did smell it immediately. What I got was more of a sweet woody smell, but we're gonna do an official smell because maybe that's just what the cork smelled like. I don't know. Maybe it's from a sugar tree. I don't know. Does not smell like that. It actually has a chemically smell. Like it smells like if you tried to clean the forest and it sat 2 days, that's what it smells like. Like chemically, like it's woody, like faint woodiness, but yeah, it's a little bit of Dawn, a little bit of Lysol in there. So the smell, I'm gonna give that a 6. I'm gonna give the smell a 6. Yeah, it just has that scent of something isn't right. I ripped the plastic off of this, but I'm like, did somebody put something in my drink? That's the smell of it. Let's go for the taste. Okay, now that taste, 94 proof, it's all of 94 proof, I'll tell you that. It's definitely strong, well stronger, not strong, like it's not gonna repulse you, but it's definitely not a smooth drink, but it's 94 proof, so that's kind of what you expect with that. On the initial taste, what I'm tasting is like a lot of like spice with faint wood in it. I mean, it's an interesting taste because it's not bad, but it's more of like, it doesn't taste chemically, But say for example, you know how people use natural products to clean, or natural deodorant that makes them still musty. You know, it tastes like that. Like if somebody was just like, oh, I'm all herbal, I'm all natural, bro. I clean with actual pine sol. I take pine leaves and I mash it with mushrooms, and I like that. It tastes like if you made a cleaning product out of that. Like that's not the main taste, but it has a hint of just cleaning product. Like not rubbing alcohol, because that's technically a cleaning product, but yeah, there's something in there that's just unnatural, I guess is the best way to describe it. Like it definitely, you could taste like more spice than woodiness. It's not cinnamony. Very cumin. I don't know what cumin tastes like, but cumin. If you know what cumin tastes like, it probably doesn't taste like cumin. But if you've seen cumin before and you're like, yeah, I know what that tastes like. It's cumin. Like, I don't know what cumin. I don't know if it's sweet, bitter, what. But it tastes like what, if you don't know what cumin is, it tastes like cumin. And I know there's going to be some jokes about cumin, because if you write it out, yeah, I beat y'all to it, whatever. But yeah, and how can I say, the chemically taste does start to fade away. I will say that the more you get on. And then like the more you drink it, it feels like it's adding a layer to your tongue to absorb it. Like, of course, I didn't drink anything prior to this, so this is 94 proof coming in hot, or cumin in hot. But it's coming in hot. So of course a 94 proof just immediately is gonna have a little spicy meatball to it. But as you drink it, your tongue is just kind of like, all right, we know what this is now. And it kind of settles out, and it actually smoothens out the more you drink. It's kind of like, say you were trying to roller skate on grass. Like somebody said, here is the development plans for a new skate park. And some kid went out there on their skateboard and was like, I can't skate on this, it's all gravel and grass. It's like, wait till we lay down that layer to smooth it out. And that's what those first couple of tastes are. It smooths it out. The taste is actually not bad. Yeah, it really opens up. I would say like around taste 5 or 6, it starts opening up, because it's not such a shock. Like once you're over that initial shock of this is a lot, it actually seems subtle, weirdly. So it's pretty complex. It's pretty complex. I'm going to give this an 8 on taste. Mainly because I like to just know what I'm getting. Like I've said it in a previous video, I like to smell what it's gonna taste like, or at least pretty close. This doesn't do that. I don't like the smell. Let's see if the smell changes. That's weird. That's weird. The smell smells really mellow now. Really mellow, but it still has that chemically smell in there. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 6 for the smell. But it does get better. This is gonna have to be the first time that, you know what, no, I'm not gonna change my score, because it's all about initial reactions. It's initial reactions. I do want to start a video series where you see the after effects of these drinks. Like if I'm like, oh, this one kicked my ass, this one did barely anything, this one gave me nightmares, this one gave me dreams that told the future. I've had that. You want to know what drink? I haven't reviewed it yet. I'll tell you the story when I buy a bottle of it. But yeah, and that's what I want to get into, some stories, some fun, you know, not just me sitting here smelling stuff you can't smell, tasting stuff you can't taste, pouring things you can't pour. I want to talk a little bit more, and eventually I want to get people in that seat, you know. And I don't know what we want to talk about, and I don't care what we want to talk about. My big thing is I have friends, so it's not like an issue of not having people to come over. It's been people like, I want to come do Weekend Whiskey with you. But the issue is audio. I'm not even happy with how audio sounds just going directly into my iPhone. I kind of want to get a microphone set up, but then I just feels like that'll be really crowded, like right here. And then I was like, maybe I'll put them at the end of the pool table and we just lean over and talk like this. But I mean, I don't know. It's still to be worked out. But I do want to eventually do, not necessarily a podcast, but just chopping the shit up while we drink and see how the drink takes effect. Like if person A over here feels nothing and I'm over here just in the chair like, you know what's wrong, you know, then we can see that that's a very varied reaction type drink. But yeah, so pourability 10, smell, gotta stick with the 6, taste an 8, and that's this weekend's Weekend Whiskey. If you've had Elijah Craig Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, small batch, 94 proof, father of bourbon. This is the daddy. This is your daddy. This is the Faja of bourbon. It doesn't have anything on the back. That would have been cool. Let's see what the ingredients are. It's probably like pine salt. Let's see. Nothing. It's just saying that don't drink when you're pregnant and stuff. But yeah, I like it. I like it, but it'll be one of these bottles that just kind of sticks around because I didn't finish it. And then if somebody wants them, it's just like, go ahead, go for it. It's good stuff. Go ahead, go for it. But you know, it's not something I will buy repeatedly to keep on deck. But again, we need to see how the ride is, because a lot of the whiskey experience is the ride it takes you on. Like, you don't want a whiskey ride that is bumpy, that is just steps. You don't want steps. You don't want steps. You want a ramp. You want a ramp. Maybe not even a ramp, just a slightly hilly ramp so you can coast up. You know, so you can feel like, oh yeah. You know, as you go up, you know, just woof versus boop. You know, drinkers know what I'm talking about. You know, you want something that's a smooth up. Like, you're like, all right, I'm at a level 2 right now. Now I'm at a level 3. Now I'm at a level 4. Not something like, oh, is this level 3? Ouch. Is this level 4? Ouch. You know. So that's a big part of it, and I do want to start including that, which inevitably will require me to be under the intoxication influence to shoot those. But I can let you know, like, this is hitting, this is not hitting, and I need to figure out a way to do it unbiased, because obviously a 94 proof is going to get you buzzed quicker than an 80 proof. And 110 proof is going to get you buzzed quicker than this, you know. So and I just drink it however, like whenever I just want to drink some more of it. But yeah, I eventually want to incorporate some of that. Unfortunately, you know, the suit jacket and the hat comes off right after I'm done shooting these, so those videos will just be me probably playing Call of Duty, just faded. But I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Matter of fact, we're gonna start that with this video. We're just going to see how the ride is with Elijah Craig, because it's claiming to be the father of bourbon. So if you want to take a ride, you're comfortable with your father driving, right? So we're gonna be like, all right, father, go ahead, drive this. You steer the ship on this one. This is gonna be the experiment. Let's see how the buzz goes. Fair warning, I will be under the influence of intoxication, so I may forget to turn the phone horizontally versus vertically. But it's funny, right? That's all I got. I guess we'll be clipping in like chop. So we are about an hour in. And I will say it's been a smooth ride. It's been a very smooth ride. But what I can say is, in the background you can hear Madden. I'm up 10 right now, but that's because I quit my last game. So do with that information as you will. But it's a smooth ride. I'm learning Madden right now, so I should add that. I haven't played Madden since Madden 2016. The month and year is February 2024, and I'm relearning it. The controls are way different. I don't know how to do hot routes anymore. I don't even know if that's still a thing, but I'm learning it. I'm able to learn this while enjoying this buzz. Let's see if they score on me though. They threw it out of bounds. We good with that. So far, 1 hour in, and the camera's over here. I need to start looking at that green dot. The green dot. I see you. I'm looking at you. It seems so unnatural because I want to look at the screen, but I'm a YouTuber now. And you may be wondering, what do you consider like a smooth ride? Like, how much did you drink? That's all pertinent information. Why are you not considering saying that? So I filled this Glencairn about halfway up. About halfway. So this is how much I drank in addition to how much I drank in the review. So it's really smooth though. I don't feel like, oh, now I'm buzzing, now I'm drunk. I feel like I know I drank and I'm cruising into the next level, which is not a first down apparently. So that was cup number 1. We are on cup number 2, and I've switched to Call of Duty. I will say that I won my game of Madden, even though I'm still learning it. I've won. I've become a champion, but not sure if you can tell, but I can tell. But my speech is a little bit slurred. Not necessarily slurred, but slower. I wonder if that's how the word slurred came about, if it's supposed to be slower. Like, say for example, somebody was drunk and their friend was drunk and they was like, hey man, I could tell you're drunk because your speech is slurred. He was like, what did you just say? Did you say slower? He was like, yeah, slur. It was like, man, you're drunk. And it's like, no, I'm saying slur. Get it? Like, slur is slower, but the drunk way of saying slower. I think that's how it came about. It was just two drunk people like, your speech is slur. And then it took a racist turn, as most things do. It was just like, oh, you know, we should make a racist slur. Like, let's make a racial slur. Like, just slow things down. Let's slow our progression down, you know. Racism isn't good. I hate racism. So that was just a demonstration of just my train of thought on this. I think it makes semi-sense. It's obviously a state of inebriation. This is a study. This is a private study. I can still say words like private study. I can still say things like I have a private study and people believe me. But my score in Call of Duty right now is 5 kills. And I usually have 20 by this point. So multitasking is falling off. So the alcohol is working. But the key to a good whiskey is you get locked back in at a certain point. That's how whiskey works. Like when I play Call of Duty, I get locked back in after I realize like, all right, this is how I play drunk now. So far it's not happening. So we'll check back in. It's been about an hour and a half. I just started cup 2. And you can call me a lightweight or whatever you want to call me. You can judge me. But all I will say is judge your mother, judge your father. Because they made you a judger. How about that? Does that hurt? I hope it does. Are you hurting? So it is 7:45 the next morning. No hangover. So that's always a good thing.